Many thanks for joining us on the newsroom. President Muhammadu Buhari has met with the governor of his home state, Aminu Masari of Katsina, over growing report of banditry in the region. The agenda of the meeting, which held at the presidential villa in Abuja, is yet to be made public, but it is expected that issues of banditry and insurgency in the northwest will be addressed by both men. The Deputy Speaker of the Edo State House of Assembly, Yekini Ijaye, has been impeached. He was impeached on Wednesday during a plenary session of the Assembly in Benin City, the state capital. His impeachment comes days after he and 4 others declared support for Osagie Ize-Iyamu, who is contesting against incumbent Governor Godwin Obaseki in the coming September 10 governorship election. Meanwhile, Roland Asoro, representing Oriomwa 2 constituency, has been elected as the new Deputy Speaker of the House. As part of measures to reduce financial pressure on residents, the Lagos State government says it has reviewed the 2018 land use charge. The State Finance Commissioner, Rabi Olowo, who confirmed the development, explained that in 2018, there was an increase in land use charge rates as well as the method of valuation of properties. He said this shock had a sporadic increase in land use charge payable by property owners. Now, according to him, the government has decided to review the land use charge law by reversing the rate of land use charge to pre-2018 while upholding the 2018 method of valuation. The Abuja Police Command says it has released 62 persons who were arrested earlier today during the Revolution Now protest in the Federal Capital Territory. Following their arrest, the protesters were charged with violating COVID-19 guidelines. They were dispersed from the Unity Fountain and Eagle Square. Meanwhile, the Lagos State Police Command have arrested no fewer than 20 persons who took part in the protest in Lagos. One of the detained protesters is journalist Agba Jalingo. A section of the Secretariat of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, in Asokoro, Abuja, has been gutted by fire. The inferno affected one of the floors housing the Finance and Accounts Department in the Secretariat. Officials from the firefighting service who arrived at the scene minutes after the inferno began have managed to put out the flames. Meanwhile, investigation is ongoing to unravel the cause of the inferno. Still to come is stories on our COVID-19 coverage after this break.
Now believe this corrupting. You know, if you touch black man, if you like, gather the whole Niger, come together, make the cough. Nothing.
Which one you want?
Give me V and D.
I beg, get small pieces.
How much you want to give him?
Give me 200. Take your change now.
You don't want your change.
My people, this coronavirus, na serious matter. May una wash una hands regularly. Come use alcohol-based hand sanitizer. If you no see water, wash your hand. Make una sit down for house. You see this virus, so e no get leg. Now we dey waka kurukere. No waka around, make the virus for die. No forget, say the betterment of our people. Now for your handy day.
This message is from the Akinfade Foundation in partnership with the National Orientation Agency with support from MacArthur Foundation.
Glad to have you back. 306 Nigerians have arrived the country from the United Arab Emirates UAE on Wednesday. The Nigerians in Diaspora Commission (NIDCOM) said the returnees arrived at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, at about 8 a.m. It adds that although the evacuees have tested negative to COVID-19, they will be undergoing mandatory self-isolation in line with guidelines from the Presidential Task Force and Nigeria Center for Disease Control (NCDC). The Ondo state government has sealed 2 secondary schools in the state for violating COVID-19 protocols set by the state government for reopening of schools. Permanent Secretary of the State Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, Akin Asoniyan, confirmed this in Akure, the state capital. According to him, the schools were closed for not complying with all COVID-19 protocols after schools were reopened for pupils of the Senior Secondary School 3 in the state. He explained that the pupils of the affected schools were seen roaming the streets, clearing bushes, and staying in an unclean environment. The commissioner further stressed that there was no single preparation on the part of the affected schools and the facilities will remain sealed until basic things are put in place. The U.S. government has donated 250 ventilators to Ethiopia to help in its response to the coronavirus pandemic. The donation came after a promise made during a phone conversation between President Donald Trump and Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed in April. U.S. Ambassador Michael Ray-Nor said the donation reinforces its unwavering commitment to the Ethiopian people. The U.S. has also revealed that it would provide warranty and service plans as well as training for Ethiopian medical professionals. Ethiopia has so far confirmed 19,877 COVID-19 cases with 343 deaths and 8,240 recoveries. Zimbabwe's Vice President Constantino Chiwenga has been appointed as Health Minister about a month after the ministry was rocked by a scandal surrounding the procurement of coronavirus tests and equipment. Chiwenga is a former head of the army who led the military takeover from former President Robert Mugabe. His predecessor at the Health Ministry, Obadiah Moyo, appeared in court in June over corruption charges related to a $20 million contract awarded to a Hungary-registered firm, allegedly without going through proper processes. Zimbabwe has confirmed 18 cases, including 81 deaths, but the actual number of cases is thought to be much higher. We'll take another break here to bring you business stories and more.
On Digi 360, we don't just ask the questions.
What is wrong with amending the Constitution the way the National Assembly members have been doing it?
We seek answers.
Constitution is constituent. Our problem is not lack of laws. Our problem is lack of the willpower to implement our laws.
Answers that provide clarity.
While we negotiate, we should try to make it a point that the girls must be complete.
The clarity you need to make informed judgment so that you can make the right decision and take action.
People are saying it is you politicians that are responsible for this, that you are the reason why this is happening.
All these dollars that call themselves governors in this country.
I wish we had people like Tony at the National Assembly.
God forbid that I go to join that
Digi 360, providing clarity to issues.
Corruption not in my country.
It's about the files your secretary presented to me regarding the company's salary. Yes, the figures don't seem to add up. I suspect there's some form of a
discrepancy.
Precisely, sir.
Keep the figures that way.
That's fraudulent, sir.
That's my money.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't do that, sir.
See how padded your teeth are. Are you telling me you cannot pad up figures?
Sir, padding is against best auditing practices, and it's a form of corruption.
It's true. Accountant.
You were testing. Thank you, sir.
That's it. Bagole.
Yes, sir.
You are fired.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fine, sir. Rather than watch corruption grow under my watch. Padding is a form of corruption and not in my country, sir.
Corruption not in my country.
Stop corruption now.
Welcome back. The Petroleum Products Marketing Company PPMC has fixed the ex-depot price for premium motor spirit, also known as petrol, at 138 naira 62 kobo per litre. According to a memo issued by the PPMC, a downstream subsidiary of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC), the new price will take effect from today, August 5, 2020. The memo states that the latest price, which is what depot owners sell to retail outlets, will reflect in the monthly pump pricing modulation for petroleum products this month. The PPMC also put the ex-coastal price for the commodity at 113 naira and 70 kobo, while the ex-depot price for diesel and kerosene stands at 160 naira per litre. Lebanon's government has decided to put all officials at the port of Beirut under house arrest after the massive explosion at the facility on Tuesday. According to Beirut local media, former officials who worked at the port since 2014 will also be under house arrest pending investigations into the blast. The blast appeared to have been triggered by a fire that touched off a cargo of ammonium nitrate that had been stored at the port for years, though it was unclear what sparked the fire. Hitting with the force of an earthquake, it was the most powerful explosion ever seen in the city, which has previously been rocked by a civil war and has endured conflict with neighboring Israel, periodic bombings, and terror attacks. Fulham made an instant return to the Premier League on Tuesday, beating Brentford 2-1 at Wembley. Defender Joe Bryan was the unlikely hero for Scott Parker's side in the Championship playoff final, scoring 2 goals in extra time after the London clubs were locked at 0-0 at the end of 90 minutes. The Craven Cottage club will earn around £135 million for bouncing back from relegation last season, and this result also gives rookie boss Parker a first success of his fledgling managerial career. And that is from the newsroom at this time. Many thanks for watching. Bye for now.